So Shane, how's it going?
Good.
Excellent. Good. Any updates since we saw you last?
Yeah, I enjoyed every part of my Christmas for the first time in my life.
Shane Murphy's addiction started with opioids for pain. But before long, they weren't controlling the pain. They were controlling him, destroying his life, his family.
We're going to keep you on the same dose that you've been on. It seems to be working.
Yeah.
Help was 300 kilometers away in St. John's.
Excellent. Yeah.
Then,
These two guys were very good friends of mine, and they were into addiction a lot harder than me, which I didn't think you could get any harder. But yeah, they were harder than me, and they actually come a long way. And they knew how much I suffered. They come and knocked on my door and said, here's his number.
the number on that card was Dr. Todd Young's.
These are good people. These are people that have gotten off the path and are just asking for a chance to restart their lives, really.
So your next appointment is February the 6th, so we'll be back out here then.
Perfect. Thank you so
See you
much.
then.
Have a great day.
Yeah, take care.
We'll leave this last seat here.
As a family doctor, Young noticed a huge gap in addictions treatment, especially in rural Newfoundland communities. The wait times can be 6 to 8 months or more. Young decided to do something about it. Recently, he actually bought his own plane. He did the math, and it made economic sense. Now he can get to more places faster.
To drive to Marystown today, for example, would have been at least 7 hours, weather permitting.
This new plane has cut that down to under an hour. Young says he does it because he believes these people could be any of us, or someone we love. Young treats more than 500 addictions patients, up to 120 patients some days in his 8 pop-up clinics in rural communities. He treats their opioid addiction with methadone or Suboxone, and he'll stick with everyone as long as it takes to get them clean.
We've got a rapid access program where patients can actually, from the time of referral, whatever source it is, they can be started on treatment within 5 days.
Okay, Maxine, who's next?
The need is great. Doctors write more opioid prescriptions per capita in Newfoundland and Labrador than anywhere else in the country. The frustration of not being able to get help fast enough means many people stop trying. People like Kimberly Boland.
It was just a very hard road, to the point where I just didn't want to live no more. So I started when I was 15. Never ever heard of addiction, didn't know what it was. Just, being around friends and they say, try this, try that, more or less, and then I just couldn't get away from it.
Treatment wasn't available in this area until Young showed up.
When I first seen him, he said, I started crying, and he said, don't go getting discouraged, he said, because everything will be okay. And nobody says that to you when it comes to addiction. Nobody, but he did, and it makes a huge difference. It really do.
Kimberly has strong motivation to get clean. She lost custody of her son when he was 6 months old. Now he's 4, and she recently got him back full time because she's getting treatment.
I don't want him to grow up saying, my mom was an addict, but he's the one that motivated me most likely, right? Because before I had him getting clean, you always had to have a reason to want to do that.
Everybody has a story. And I think, as you go through life yourself, you kind of take a few knocks sometimes. And with those, you kind of appreciate some of the battles that other people have.
Yeah, this is one of our testing cups.
But Young's treatment also holds patients accountable for getting well. Addictions counselor Craig Wiseman shows us the on-the-spot drug testing that they do.
We used to send their urines off to the lab for testing, but we found we weren't getting the test results back as quickly as we would like to be able to monitor them properly.
This simple test reveals if they've been using drugs they shouldn't be using, and whether they're taking their prescribed addiction medication.
There's never surprises because they tell us the truth before we even have the results. They're honest people because they've gone through a time where they have lived a lie, and they're tired of that, and they enjoy the honesty. Hi, Nicole. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So, Nicole, how are things going?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'll be 2 years clean in a couple days on January 11th.
How's the methadone?
It's good.
Yeah. What dose are you on now?
The instant urine test means Young knows Nicole Skinner is taking her methadone.
Have you had any concerns with, anxiety, depression?
No.
Nicole started taking drugs when she was 15. She's 22 now. When she tried to quit, she encountered a common roadblock.
It completely changed my life, this program. Like before I seen Dr. Young, I was put on a wait list for about 1.5 years to see somebody, a methadone doctor in Corner Brook.
That's hours away. But Nicole got an appointment with Young in just 2 days. Now she's been clean for 2 years.
A big improvements. Like I'm not sick every day when I wake up. I don't think about drugs 24/7. Like I'm completely different mindset right now. Like I can't even think about going back to the way it was before. Like I don't know. I can only encourage people to get help and to try and make their lives better because there's no way to live at all. There's no way to live.
A lot of doctors don't want to treat people who have addictions. Why do you want to treat them?
If I was to say, I'm sorry, I don't take diabetics, that people would have a problem with that, and they should have a problem with that. So I would hope that all physicians and nurse practitioners would step up to the plate and do more. Lobbying the physician.
The payoffs for all of us are huge, says Young.
Crime rates go down, relationships improve, children have their parents back. Children that have been in custody for a while end up getting reunited with their parents.
I'm doing school again now. Like I got my life back, my family, my friends, all that stuff. Like nobody want nothing to do with me for a long time.
Back on the plane, Young is making plans to open 2 new clinics in Labrador within the next couple of months, tackling the opioid crisis one community at a time. Chris O'Neill Yates, CBC News, Marystown, Newfoundland.